Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Today we are going to be talking about food that doesn't expire, or food that has a shelf life of a year to 5 years to 10 years, and food that also does not expire. This list is a good list to start with, especially if you are new to preparing or you have a small budget to work with. So, why do I say that? Well, because at least you know that your money is not going to waste and this food will last you, especially when you store it properly. Then I'm going to also give you a list of shelf life of food that has like a year or so. Okay, so the first list I'm going to give you is indefinite life, and then I'm going to give you another list of food that has a shelf life of at least a year and beyond. So like a year to maybe like 10 years. Okay, in general, food lasts longer if it has been preserved via methods like canning, pickling, drying or dehydrating, smoking, pasteurization, irradiation, or if it contains food preservatives, all of which help inhibit bacterial growth, and it maintains the appearance of the food, and it also prevents foodborne illnesses. So if you want to write these down, please do. Okay. The list of foods that never expire starts with soy sauce, honey, sugar, rice, cornstarch, dried pasta. Now, if with dried pasta, if you keep it in its original box, it lasts for only about a year or two. But if you Mylar bag it, it will not expire. Dried beans, vinegar, powdered milk. Powdered milk can last a decade when stored in a cool, dry place, but if you put it in the freezer, it lasts indefinitely. Unopened, commercially bottled water will keep indefinitely. Salt, maple syrup, oats, corn syrup, instant coffee. That has a lifetime of about 20 years. But like I said, when stored properly, okay, and spices. Now for the list of foods that have a shelf life of about a year or longer, okay? These are about a year to 5 years to 10 years, okay? Worcestershire sauce, dried vegetables, peanuts, canned fish, canned veg, canola oil, tea bags, hemp seeds and chia seeds, vanilla extract, almonds, apricot jam, avocado oil, barley, biscuit mixes, unopened beef jerky, bouillon cubes, cake mix, canned artichokes, canned asparagus. Now, when I say canned, I'm not talking pressure canned. I'm saying, store-bought canned, okay? Canned beans and legumes, canned beets, canned cheese, canned chili peppers, including chipotles, canned corn, canned fish like tuna, salmon, clams, sardines, herring, unopened. Canned meat like chicken, corned beef, deviled ham, etc., unopened. Canned mushrooms, canned peas, canned pumpkin, canned roasted peppers, canned spaghetti, canned sauerkraut, canned spinach, canned sweet potatoes, capers, cashews, chicken broth, dark chocolate, unopened chocolate syrup, unsweetened cocoa powder, canned coconut milk, coconut oil, cookie dough, whether purchased or homemade, freeze up to a year, cooking spray, freeze-dried corn, cornmeal, crackers, dill pickles, dried chilies, dried mushrooms, energy bars, fish sauce, flour, white whole wheat, up to 2 years in the freezer, gelatin mix like Jell-O, ghee, grape jelly, instant grits, hard candy, hardtack, hot sauce, instant beans, instant dip mix like French onion dip mix, instant pudding mix, instant soup, kamut, millet, molasses, macadamia nuts, MREs, mustard, olives canned, pancake and waffle mix, pecans, popcorn unpopped, instant mashed potatoes, powdered eggs, pozole, which is hominy dried, quinoa, ramen noodles. Ramen noodles actually last, I think it's like 10 years. Red wine, roasted sesame seeds, svelte, strawberry jelly, tomato paste in a tube, vegetable broth, vegetable shortening, wheat hard red, wheat soft white. So I hope that this list was valuable to you, because I know that a lot of you are having a hard time in deciding on what to buy, what not to buy, because a lot of people think, well, that's a waste of money because it doesn't have a very long shelf life. Or, well, am I really going to need that? Am I really going to eat it? And this, that, and the other. So I wanted to bring this list to you because, yes, there are foods that do not expire. And yes, there are foods that they don't expire for 10 years or 5 years. Do you want to spend the time and the money on food that expires a year out, 2 years out? Well, if it's something that you eat on a daily or weekly basis, sure, because there is such of a thing called prepping for normalcy. You do want to have things in your pantry that are will bring you, will make you feel grounded, will make you feel normal in a time of crises. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Think about, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you automatically go and you make that cup of coffee, right? Do you smoke a cigarette, or do you vape, or do you drink a cup of tea, read the newspaper, whatever the case may be, okay? And then you get up, you get ready for work, or you do your chores around the house, right? You want to have these things that in a state of crises, you will still have these things, okay? You want to prep for normalcy, because in a state of crises, if you don't have these things to keep you grounded, you're going to lose your mind. And if I'm being honest here, okay, and then I want you to also think about when you come home from work or whatever it is that you do during your day. What's the first thing that you do? What do you gravitate towards? Okay, I want you to prep up for that as well. Okay, do you have a favorite toothpaste or your soap that you use to wash yourself with? How about your shampoo and your conditioner, or your cologne and your deodorant, your lotions, whatever it is? Those are also prepping for normalcy. And also, when you are stocking up your pantry, this is why I've been doing the videos that I've been doing about outside of the box canning. Because the one thing that not a lot of people think of is that when a crisis hits and all you're stuck with is what you've got, one thing that will drive you mad is food fatigue. So why not take the time now and step outside that box and fill that pantry of yours with things that will bring you back down and ground you and say, I feel okay today because 6 months ago, when things were normal-ish, I canned up some banana bread and I can have that now. Or I canned up some cheesecake. These are the things that you want to do now while we still have the luxury and the time as well to do them. Okay? So I want you to keep that in your mind, because food fatigue is a real thing. Okay? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.